Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Rama, भगवान की संत शिरोमणि भक्त प्रहलाद महाराज की जय, पावन श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, पावन गुरु महाराज की जय। हरि हरि बोल। हरे कृष्णा
हरे कृष्णा।
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji, for a nice Kirtana. Welcome you all once again to day 7 of Bhagavad-Gita. Today we'll cover about chapter 6, that is Dhyana Yoga. So we'll learn more about different stages in Dhyana Yoga and how one can get benefits and what are the process to achieve the different stages. And Prabhuji will cover different types of yogas as well and which one is better kind of thing. So along with the examples, Prabhuji will cover in more details. Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Once again, welcome to all. So today we are discussing another chapter, 6th chapter, Dhyana Yoga. Hope you all can see. So as usual, we'll start with prayers. So I hope today you saw the live Kirtan. You don't experience such kind of bliss in online. Online, it's something impersonalism. Somewhere from the hair, something is coming. That's it. But when you're personally present, you will experience that. So yesterday we had a program in Electronic City. Every Saturday we have this. And in Sundays we do Mangalarti. Mangalarti is, it starts at 5 o'clock sharp. We do the Mangalarti. Then we'll do group chanting. But now we have sessions. So I'll come for the session. Otherwise we'll chant 16 rounds in a group. Okay, now let us start with prayer. So I request everyone to join your hands and join prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin iti namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshna Bhutale Srimate Jaya Pataka Swamiti Namini Namacharya Padani Gurupavadayana Gauragatamadayana Garagaram Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangam Langayate Girim Yatripadamaham Mandeshu Gurum Dinatarinam Paramanandam Madhavam Chaitanya Vishwa. So as usual, we'll thank and show our gratitude to His Divine Grace Abhi Charanarinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. You can be on board. Okay, yesterday we discussed on the 5th chapter. So under the acronym STEP, STEP, STEP. That is one, stay in the world. How should we stay in the world? Yesterday, by a small story, you try to understand. Then the 3 doers, it is the Supreme Lord, it is the Jiva and the Prakriti. One work completes because Jiva has a desire and the Lord sanctions, and actually Prakriti completes the task. But the result comes to Jiva because he is having the desire. Yeah. Then equal vision. When we have this knowledge, the vision changes. We'll be able to see within, not this material. That's why Shankaracharya says, Jagan Mityam Brahma Satyam. Okay. Brahman is Satyam. Jagan is Mityam. It's false. Okay. But Acharya say it is temporary. Okay. Then the final, it is the peace formula. Bhuktaram ignatapasam sarvalokam maheshwaram sarpudam sarvabhutanam nyatva mam shanti mrichyati. This knowledge brings us shanti. Bhakti means it is bliss. Yeah. Okay. Now let us go to the next chapter. Today's chapter is the 6th chapter. Under this chapter, we are going to discuss on enemy or friend, Ashtanga Yoga, success and failure, and yogi. Who is a perfect yogi? And who is our enemy or friend? He is both the same. You know who's that? It's our mind. It is our mind. Makes us, sometimes it is our friend and sometimes it is our enemy too. When we are engaging more in our sense gratification, it's our worst enemy. When we utilize that in the Lord's service, somewhere with the knowledge of Bhagavad-Gita, we engage ourselves. And it will be our best friend. It will make us to wake up in the early morning. It will make us to chant and many things. So in this way, you can utilize this mind as a friend or as an enemy by your intelligence. So today we have a small story based on this. How is our mind? Actually, in scriptures, it's been below. So it's explained in the scriptures, monkey, as it has been compared to a monkey. Sorry, this mind has been compared to a monkey. And what kind of a monkey is it? So that monkey is with madness, and it has been intoxicated, and there's a thorn in its feet. Just imagine how a monkey, even a normal monkey, cannot sit for a few minutes on one branch. It keeps on jumping to many branches. And if so many qualities if the monkey is having, how will be the monkey there? So that is the quality of mind. Mind is always flickering. So a small story. Once there was a farmer, and he was farming a land. He had mango trees. And next to that, there was a forest, big forest, huge forest. Once this mango trees all were grown and ripened mangoes were in the trees. One of them fine day, all the monkeys at once, they just jumped into this garden or the mango trees, all started eating all the mango. Then this owner, the farmer, he called all the monkeys, said, "What is this? You have such a huge forest, but still why are you coming and disturbing this small land which I am?" They said, no. We get everything in the forest, but we don't have mangoes. Okay, then he said, okay, fine, not a problem. This time you have eaten, but please, for the next time, you can have your own trees in the forest. So he gave the seed. He said, watch, you have already eaten the fruit. Take the seed, go to the forest, dig the land, keep the seed, cover it, and every day keep giving some water to it. And you just protect with some animals. Sometimes when it is sprouted and when the tree comes, some animals will come and eat it. So you protect that. Just in few years, you'll be able to see the fruits in the forest. All the monkeys were happy. So after 1 year, once again, all the monkeys came to this garden, mango garden. And once again, it attacked taking all the fruits and everything. And this person, once again, he called the monkeys. What is this? What are you doing? I said you process also. And now you should have been grown your own mango trees. But all the monkeys said, no, you are a cheater. You cheated us. But what did I cheat? With the process which you said, it was of no use. We did that, but nothing came out of it. So this is how I have cultivated this land. This is how you can do. No. We know very well that you don't believe. So we have brought this seed also. They showed the seed. So then finally, the cultivator, he asked, what did you do? How did you cultivate? So we followed each and every instruction of this. What is that? We took the seed to the forest. We digged for 1 feet, something like that, and kept the seed and covered with mud. Every day we used to water. And we were very cautiously, attentively watching that no animal will come. And for the protection, every day we used to see the seed and keep, This is what we were doing, but still nothing's. Up attentively, if you have all heard this, you might have understood what the mistakes the monkey said. What is that? So for extra protection, every day they'll see the seed and they'll keep inside. You think any seed will sprout by doing in this way? This is not that monkeys, it is we. Why? Even we don't have that patience. Monkeys don't have patience, Keep on doing such kind of things. Even our mind will be doing the same thing. See, even for the session, the joining group, you can see there'll be so many, but everyone will not join. And some will join and their mind is flickering. One day we can skip what's wrong in it. Today we'll sleep well. Someday, other day they'll go. In this way, many you can see they don't on the videos also. They'll be still sleeping. Many things will be happening. Some sincerely they'll be doing some work or something serious. Others, they might not even. How many are we today? It's only 39 today. The numbers also is decreased because it is Sunday, no? It's off. Sunday is off. So even for spiritual, it is off. So in this way, this is our mind. Same like monkeys. It's always flickering. And by Bhagavad-Gita, intelligence makes the mind to control. Anyhow, today we'll come to know all this process. Okay, well, let us start. EASY, easy. Another acronym, easy, enemy or friend, Ashtanga Yoga, success and failure, and here Krishna is saying, Bandhuratmanastasya yenatmaivatmana jitaha atmanastu shatrutve vartatmaiva shatruvat. For him who has conquered the mind is the best friends. For one who has failed to do so, his mind will remain the greatest enemy. Now, how to conquer the mind? You should understand how the activities changes when you're conquered. It will be our best friend. It gives us more, what I can say, ideas, more options, more choosing this thing. The mind is the best friend, you know. Once you, I don't know how far you are all practiced. When I was practicing Krishna consciousness in the very beginning, when I thought of doing Mangalarti, attending Mangalarti, morning 4:30 is the Mangalarti at temple. I'll keep the alarm at 3:30 so that I should wake up and take bath and I should go. But never I had woke up for my alarm. Always I used to wake up at 3 o'clock, 3:15 before the alarm. Who's waking me up? The mind. When you are very eager to go and attend, and if you're given the sufficient intelligence for the mind, it guides us so well. You know, we'll be the best friend of us. But if you don't guide, let it loose, then it will teach. And actually, it is the senses. When the senses, they need something, and the mind takes over, and it will fulfill all our desires. If I have a desire to attend Mangalarti, it will fulfill. If I have a desire to engage in some sinful activities, it will give the planning also. This is how you have to do. It will help us. So it will be the worst enemy of us. Clear? And now we'll see some of the points here. When it is friend, how it happens. Follows direction. First thing, it follows the direction of Acharya, that is a spiritual master's words, or the scriptures. So what is life? It will make us to follow. As I was giving my example, the same way. Even you all, I hope you may, I don't know that. You may not be waking up early morning before the sessions. Now you are doing it. Why? Mind is guided. Just following the instruction. Yes, this is good for me. So you should. Then, progressive and healthy choices. It makes a choice which will be progressive. What is progressive? Don't ever think that material progress. That is a degradation where we are becoming animalistic by becoming modernization, you know. No. Progress in spiritual life. Understanding who am I? I'm a spirit soul. And what is my constitutional position? Jivera Sarupahai Krishnera Nityadas. It's engaging me in that way to become more dear to the Lord, engaging in more services towards the Lord, and healthy choices. I'll be healthy in my life. Healthy in the sense not only bodily, even in spiritually. Okay. Then detached from sense gratification. It knows very well with intelligence that this sense gratification is binding me in this material world. Dhyayato vishayan pumsa sangat sanjayati kama kamat krodho vijayati. It is degrading. Finally, it is pranashyati. Yeah. So it knows very well. So it makes me to get detached because it makes me to come to the higher taste. Vishya vinivartante niraharasya dehana raso varjam raso pasya param drishtva nivartate. It makes me to taste the higher taste. So automatically the lower taste, it is getting detached. Because already I'm progressing. Already I have a two-wheeler. I have a bike now with a powerful bike with gear and many things. Why will I use this cycle now? Even I have a cycle, I didn't desire to do it because I have a better vehicle. The same way, I have a better taste. That is spiritual taste. That is a connection with the Paramatma, with the soul. I have a taste with the Lord, tasting the remnants of the Lord, offering after offering, or chanting the holy names, which is transcendental. I can feel that bliss. Then what will I do? Automatically, I don't even think of sense gratification. Automatically, it gives up. This is how it happens. Actually, I was showing the live kirtan. We have that experience. But online, it is little, not little, almost it's difficult. You cannot experience. See, even the music or the instrument is not heard in Zoom. So I'll use that mobile phone so that through that you can hear the kartal and mridangas. So we have so many barriers. But if we have an association, offline association of devotees, you can experience such kind of things. Okay, then result, freedom and elevation. You know freedom? We spoke about free will. The goat example. Do you remember how the free will increases? When I gave example of animal also. I gave example of a cow. Then the cow is surrendered to the master. He let it free because as soon as the time it's coming back to the house. No need to tie that cow, bind it. But when the cow is mischievous, it is not coming back to the house. It is going roaming somewhere. You will tie the cow, isn't it? Yes. Same way, the material world reciprocates to us. When you are surrendered to Krishna, when we were in our constitutional position, our freedom increases. We are free to do anything. We are not getting binded. Shri said, Maya Dakshena Prakriti Suyate Sachara Charametunanena Kaunte Jagat Viparivartate. Everything has been controlled by the Lord. And in one more shloka, in 7th chapter, Krishna says, Daiviyeshu Gunamai Mama Maya Durate Mamevaya Prapadyante Maya Metam Tarantite. It's very difficult to control the material world or the Prakriti. But a person who surrenders unto me, you can very easily overcome. Very easily overcome. So, if you become a devotee, you'll have all the powers of Krishna. You'll have the whole powers of the Lord. How is that? Simple example. For example, this Prime Minister is having all the powers. The same way, even the PA, personal assistant, or a servant of that Prime Minister is having all the powers. How is that? For example, you want to enter Prime Minister house. Do you think is it easy? No. There's so much of security, so much of thing. You cannot even, you have to take an appointment, and even then you may not get the chance to go inside and see him. But the servant, very easily, as Prime Minister entering the house, even he is also going. Nobody is going to stop him. Isn't it? Yes, that's it. So Krishna is the master. He is the creator of the whole universe. You are a servant. It's very simple. What the freedom Krishna is having, you will be having the same freedom. You can go anywhere in this universe. You'll be free enough. I gave the example of Narada Muni. Narada Muni can go anywhere in this universe. The same way we'll be. Yeah? And then it is enemy. How it makes us to be degraded, you can see it. Follow sinful desires like lust, anger, greed, etc. Because we are not giving the intelligence to it. Intelligence is blank. So mind is very simple. It is something like a storage. It is something like a chip in the mobile. It is a storage. Even for many lifetimes, it stores and it reminds us, this is the desire you have to fulfill. This is the desire you had in this way. So when you don't have intelligence, what happens? It takes the instructions from below, not from the above. It takes from the below. That is the sense. So sense is always eager to enjoy, satisfy it. The senses. What it does? Kama, krodha, lobha, moha, madamatsarya. In this way, you get degraded. Clear? Yes. Now, irritated, agitated, and misguided. Once you follow, you go towards this lust. I hope you understand what is lust. Lust is nothing but intense desire on some item or some product or some matter. Clear? That is lust. And when you're not able to satisfy, it transforms to wrath. That is anger. If you are satisfying it, it transforms to greed. It cannot be satisfied once it comes to a level of lust. And always it is irritated, agitated. The families who are having more desires, how is their families? For example, the wife is asking for a sari or a dress material, anything. The husband is not able to provide her. What happens? She starts serving in a different way. Yes, the coffee or tea is given, but not to the hand. It might be given on the face. Isn't it? In this way, they start treating. Irritated. This person becomes irritated, agitated. Easily it will become anger. Then the decisions, whichever you take, it is misguided. It makes us to go in a different way. You don't have a relationship then. It's a small thing. I hope you could remember the story of that tie. A small tie just vanished the whole family. In this way, our life becomes horrible when our mind is then attached to sense gratification. Because you don't know the higher purpose. What happens? We live like animals. Our life is same like animals, only satisfying the senses, attached to it. I think you all could relate to your life now, how attached we are. For what all I am attached. You just remember your life. For small dress material, I was attached. For small things, I was attached. I was not able to give up. And I had so much of quarrel with my parents or with my children. So many things he used to do. This is all because without Bhagavad-Gita, no life. We were living like animals. That's it. And then result, entanglement, degradation. We are degrading day after day, and is entangling. It is entangling in this material world. Okay? And now you can see this chant. You'll be very easily able to understand. The chariot of Arjuna, that signifies the art of mind control. How to control the mind. See the horses. Horses is the senses. And what you can, the ropes which has been tied to the horse is the mind. And the driver is the intelligence. And chariot is the body. And a person who's sitting within. It's we, that is the soul. Here, I hope you understood. So now, mind is superior to senses. Correct? Intelligence is superior to mind. And soul is superior to intelligence. Now, what is the purpose of intelligence? To see how to get elevated. The soul, seeing in the platform, in the conception of soul. So what should I do? You read Bhagavad-Gita, Bhagavatam, everything, you get the instruction through spiritual master. Then you guide the mind. This is how you have to do. You have to wake up early morning, the Brahma Murta Samaya. You have to wake up in the early morning and you have to chant. You have to offer to the Lord. You should engage in such way. Yes, the mind will follow it. It will give the instructions to the senses. It says the eye to engage in this way. The hands, the legs, the tongue to chant, taste. In this way, it is instructing the senses. When there is no guidance from the above, even for us, Varnashrama Dharma, Brahmana is the head of the society. It's so important. No Brahmana, that means no head. Without guidance, without a head, how could you live? Isn't it? Yes, you need a Brahmana. You need a Guru who gives us the guidance. That is intelligence. When he gives that, then actually we can follow based on that. The mind instructs the senses. Now we don't have any guidance. What will happen? That is what happened in our life. We did not have any guidance from anyone. We thought, however we want, you can live. Our main purpose of life is to satisfy the senses. So the whole world is running like anything. And Prabhupada says this as a dog race. Running like dogs. What for? Don't know. I hope you all could understand, relate this. Every day for work or business, anything, early morning you wake up and you just run like anything. And you don't take care of your family. You have nobody, least bothered. You want to earn more, earn more, earn more. What for? You can see some politicians or businessmen. They have made millions of crores of rupees. What is the use of it? How much they can eat? It is all becoming useless. Isn't it? Yes. When we don't have Bhagavad-Gita, there's no life. Human life is not there without Bhagavad-Gita. It's only animalistic life. I hope you all can understand and relate to your life. And you'll be intelligent enough also, I think, engage yourself based on Bhagavad-Gita. Engage your life in based on that. Now, we come to the topic like yoga. And here it is Ashtanga Yoga. Before going to Ashtanga Yoga, Let us try to know what is yoga. But nowadays, yoga you can see here, is it some paranormal activity? Putting our head down and putting the legs up? No, is it physical exercise, gymnastic? Somebody you can see is just some austerity of body. He's just troubling his body. This is all you consider as yoga? No. Yoga, it has been derived from Sanskrit word as yug. What is yug? Yug is nothing but union, connectivity. That's it. To whom? Connectivity to the Lord. Connecting to the Lord. You know, karma yoga. What is karma yoga? Karma is activity. Yoga is connecting to the Lord. Through karma, you are connecting to the Lord. Karmanyevadhikaraste ma paleshu kadachanama alahetur mate sangustu karmani. Here, you're getting connected. Jnana yoga. Through jnana, through the scriptural knowledge, through the intelligence, you're connecting to the Lord. Ashtanga yoga. Today we will be seeing Ashtanga yoga. Yama, niyama, hasana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi. In this way, you are connecting to the Lord. What is bhakti yoga? Bhakti yoga is nothing but the love to the Lord. Natural love. By love, you are connecting to the Lord. That is bhakti yoga. I hope now you all can understand. So then many will have a question, then we shouldn't do this kind of exercises on this. Yes, you can do. You can keep ourselves healthy. But you shouldn't name that as yoga. Hope you understood. See, keeping ourselves fit is nothing wrong. Having daily morning walk is not wrong. Even Prabhupada used to have a morning walk. But naming that as yoga and doing something nonsense and claiming that to be yoga, that's not right. Taking the word from Bhagavad-Gita and giving different meanings to it. Today, see how, what I can say, ignorant or how mad we are. How many kinds of yoga are here? For tennis players, we have yoga. Office yoga, we have. Pregnancy yoga, we have. Yoga for teenagers, yoga for blood pressure. And you know, nowadays, in America, they have started. There's yoga for cats and dogs also. They make the dogs or the cats also to lift their hand and they'll say, this is yoga. And when we ourselves are ignorant of our knowledge, we think, yes, that is yoga. So sometimes we think that, okay, somewhere, okay, we are doing yoga, but somewhere we are getting deviated to so much and so that we are lost with our tradition, our real, what I can say, scriptural knowledge. If we don't have knowledge of Bhagavad-Gita and scriptures, anyone can rule us based on the same thing. Yesterday also I was saying here in a session like, nowadays, many other religion people, they are writing our scriptures. They are writing this Rig Veda, they are writing Bhagavad-Gita, Bhagavatam, everything. They are writing. They just impose their thoughts on us. We read such books and we think, oh yes, oh this is stupidity, this is wrong. What kind of the Gita is this? This is all bogus things we just throw because we think that is truth. Because the elders, they're not taught us. But now at least we should think to take the authentic. And now there is a need that we all should gather and preach to others. Say to others, what is real life? If we don't do, then how will they come to know? Now just sitting around 30, 40 members here, what will we do? Who's going to save the world? Many will be thinking, oh, somebody will come, he will say, who is that somebody is going to come? And what is my endeavor? See, I cannot save myself by engaging more into Krishna conscious something. I need protection. I need surrendering members with the same kind of mind. Isn't it? You can see, say, I don't want to speak something politics or about the nation, nothing like that, but still you should have this understanding. What happened to Kashmir? Kashmir Pandits, they were. What I can, scriptural high knowledge. And consciously they were high. But they did not think in this way to protect themselves. They say, Krishna will protect you. Somebody is going to come and protect us. Nobody came. So what are we doing? How much are we preaching this Krishna conscious to others? How much are sharing this message to others? You should take it this seriously. Or else one day, what is happening in somewhere far, It comes near to me. One day it enters even my house. So you should be very cautious. You should think this, what is our future? What is going to happen? So what about our next generation? What about our kids? So we should train our kids in the same way, make them, and we should have a favorable surrounding. The atmosphere should be favorable. So I was showing this Ketan and this man. Yesterday we had gathered around 30-40 here. This which should increase. You just pass on this message to your neighbors. They'll become favorable, and you will have at least 4 or 5 families along with you. So you create your community, make favorable community where you will be able to execute your devotional service, engage in your life. Clear? Yes. Many times you can see there are business groups or many working groups, many like that. Why can't you have a spiritual group? So each and every temple should be an educational center. Every temple there should be Bhagavad-Gita, Parayan or preaching something, or Ramayana, Mahabharata. There are many people who are capable of doing it, but they need some help. I think you all can go in that way and help. Don't think only ISKCON will save us. No, ISKCON is very small when you compare to the whole world, you know. Yes, it is an international society spread all over the world, but how much it can do? In this way, something it can do, some preaching, that's it. But it is me who have to take up everything and go forward. Not only protecting my family, even protecting the nation, protecting the world. Clear? This apart from the matter. Now let us come to the topic. Now, actual Ashtanga Yoga. What is Ashtanga Yoga? Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. 8 levels. So what is Yama? I'll just show the next chapter so you'll understand here, and you can take a screenshot of this. Yama, 10th chapter. Do's, what all should we do? Niyama, what we shouldn't do. Clear? Which becomes favorable to Krishna consciousness, which is unfavorable, give up everything. Which is favorable, you take. And yogi does the same thing. He engages. And this Ashtanga Yoga, don't think that we'll be able to do. It's only for our information, not for execution. Why? Scriptures very clearly say, there is Yama, Niyama, Hasana. When it comes to the sitting posture, it is said, you take 12 years to practice how to sit. And here in the 8th chapter, I'll explain more about it. It is said as Muktasana. You have to sit in Muktasana. For that, you need at least 12 years of practice where you are able to cover all your 9 holes of your body. Then meditate on the Lord. Yes? No way we can. Yes, in those days, yogis were doing it. Asana. Then pranayama, breathing exercise. You think that breathing, oh, we are doing pranayama. No, that is not pranayama. External pranayama, no. Internally, panchavayu. Making that panchavayu as an instrument to lift our consciousness, the chakras. From Kundalini chakra, it takes to the Agnya chakra. That is pranayama. Yeah. Then pratyahara. Pratyahara is nothing but withdrawing our senses. Withdrawing from the sense objects. Sometimes I said the example of mall. Going to a mall and just purchase what you need and come out. That is nothing but pratyahara. Not engaging your senses. Engaging your senses with intelligence. You go to for example, some shop or anywhere. That shouldn't attract you. That shouldn't control you. For example, there's a sari. You see the sari and see the price of it. You should know, am I capable of taking it? It costs some 10,000 or 20,000. Or my husband's salary itself is 20. Fine, it doesn't belong to me. I just should give up that. And that sari shouldn't control me. Hope you understood. And sometimes for eating things also. You'll be going on the road. Once, one of my friend, we had a discussion. So he was saying about him, there was in vehicle, they both were going. At once his friend stopped in middle. He said, what happened? What happened? There's no speed breaker, nothing. Why you stopped? No. Can you see the smell? This, what I can say, chili bhaji. It's a very famous place here. Can you smell that? Let us have. He said, no, I don't like. He said, you wait here, I'll go have and come even. A person who's going very speedily on the bike, who's controlling? His nose is controlling him. As soon as he smelled, he wants to stop. Where is the brake? It's not in the bike. It is in its mind. His senses is controlling him. I hope you understood. That shouldn't happen. We should be able to control our senses. Senses shouldn't control us. That's why you need intelligence. Can I eat this? Do I need this? Yes. I'm able to take a saree of 10K. I can take. What's wrong in it? Nothing wrong. But it shouldn't go beyond our limitations. Today, what is the life we are leading? There's so many credit cards, many things that is a status having credit cards. No? Credit card means what? Just showing what you are not. That's it. You take where you don't have, but you still take that. And later part, let me give that. In Kannada, it is said, chape iddastu kaal chaach. That means how much mat you have, so much you have to stretch your legs. Nowadays, what is happening? How much legs we have, so much we are trying to drag that mat. It's get torn. The same way our life also gets torn. You know? Many take the loan, simple loans we are getting, they take the loan to have a standard, high standard life where they're not able to keep up that. Finally, once they cannot repay the EMI, anything. Many things you can see, they take a car, they cannot pay the EMI. And once again, the cars have been auctioned, the houses have been auctioned. Why is this happening? They don't have intelligence. Nobody is there to guide them. And senses control them in that. It wants to satisfy. It goes beyond and beyond day after day after. Clear? So if you don't have intelligence, definitely we are getting degraded. Okay, then dharana. Once pratyahara is success, then it's dharana. Dharana is nothing but inviting the Lord to your heart. He's already there, but still you're inviting him literally. Then dhyana. Dhyana is meditating on that Lord who's sitting in the heart as Paramatma. Then samadhi. He comes to a position of trance, complete absorption on the Lord. Actually, it is said, Bhakti Yoga starts from samadhi. Whoever is doing Bhakti Yoga, I think they should be in samadhi. Now we are all in samadhi now. Absorbed completely on Lord? No. But still, practicing Bhakti Yoga, it makes us to progress all this. Because we are tasting the higher taste. We are experiencing the higher taste. So we get attracted to it. Once you start chanting, now it is only a practice. You keep on chanting, offer to the Lord and taste the remnants of the Lord. It gives you the higher taste and you are eager to get it. You start progressing yourself. In this way, our progress starts. Okay? Then, can anyone do yoga? Can everyone do this Ashtanga yoga? Unagitated mind, no material desire, complete celibacy, lamp in windless place, regulated habits. Unagitated mind you should have. Mind actually controls us, you know. That's a small, another pastime too. Once what happened in the ashram, this mind is so important. You know? Many times we think, oh, I'm very perfect, I'm doing it very rightly. No, sometimes I'll be doing wrong things, thinking that it is right. So in one ashram, there were many disciples and there was a spiritual master also. Everything was going on well. And every day there will be Bhagavatam discourse in the ashrams. Even in ISKCON temple, every day morning we have Bhagavatam. So many people, they come nearby, who are all there near to the temple, they come. And those days also, they will go near to the, every day, especially the woman who is pregnant. In this way, daily they'll go there here so that the child they'll have a very good characterized child, a good child, all good qualities, like Prahlad Maharaj. In that way. So one lady, she used to come regularly. So one day she was pregnant, around 7-8 months pregnant. She came, heard Bhagavatam, everything. They gave some small prasadam she ate and returning back. This was a rainy season. While coming, they'll come walking on walking in the river. And the river height may not be more, so they can easily walk and come. Well, returning back, what had happened, it was a rainy season and the level of the river has been increased. Now she's not able to cross. She was waiting, can somebody help her? Then the same brahmacharis who were in this ashram, for some service, they had come, 2 brahmacharis. Then she asked the first brahmachari, can you help me to cross this river? He said, no. My spiritual master's order is not to speak to the woman, then where to touch you and help you. No, I cannot do this. He just left him. The second brahmana, he came, the brahmachari. She requested, can you help me in this? He said, why not, mother? I can help you. He lifted her on her shoulders, in his shoulders. He took her and crossed the river and made her to drop. And he left. And some instructions where spiritual master is given to this brahmacharis to purchase something. Both were walking. Silently they were walking. The very first person is thinking, what kind of a person is he? What kind of an offender is he? Spiritual master says, brahmachari means you shouldn't even speak with the woman. But this person is helped that lady. He's thinking this way and he's just going on. After 3 hours of walk, first brahmachari breaks the silence. He says, you are a guru aparadhi. You are offender to the spiritual master. And the second person said, hey, what offense I have done? He said, spiritual master's order is not to touch the woman. But what you did, you lifted her. You crossed the river and dropped her. Then the second brahmachari says, I am not the offender. It is you who are the offender. What? Me? How is that? He says, just for 5 minutes, I lifted her and dropped. But what are you doing? You already passed 3 hours of our journey. From 3 hours, you are just still carrying her in your heart. How did I lift her? How did I touch her? You're just thinking that and you're still carrying her. First you drop her from your thoughts or from your heart. Who's the real offender? The first brahmachari. Thinking about sense gratification is a sin. Helping someone is not a sin. See, instructions from the spiritual master is the same. But how do we take? What is our attitude is more important. If we're having some bad consciousness or bad thoughts, we think, oh, touching itself is wrong, speaking is wrong. No. Having a wrong relationship, having a bad thoughts is wrong. The first person was thinking in a bad way, but the second person did not had such kind of thoughts. He thought, Arey, she's my mother. He took it in that way. Yes, my dear mother, why can't I help you? I help you. He did not had that kind of bad thoughts. I hope you understood. Yes. Sometimes we follow all the scriptural rules and regulations, but internally or intentionally we may not be doing it. We'll be committing many mistakes without having proper guidance or proper knowledge. Okay? Then no material desires. A person is not having material desires, then he can engage. Can we do now yoga? See this cat having milk bottle next to the cat. So we have so many sense gratifications surrounded. Can we do yoga? No. Then complete celibacy. This is very important. For a person to be a yogi, you need this celibacy. You know this agoris? So they also cannot be a yogi, no? So literally they break their, what I can say, their balls or what I can say, because they wanted to be celibacy. This is all waste, because naturally it should happen, not by force. You cannot be in celibacy. And without celibacy, you cannot become a yogi. Manasa vacha karmena. That is the strength of power comes to a man by observing celibacy. And for a female, for a woman, by chastity. Nowadays, both you cannot find. You cannot find a chaste woman. You cannot find a celibate person. And lamp in windless place where he is very druda. Druda in the sense very dedicated, very focused. Otherwise, you cannot be a yogi. And regulated habits, another important thing. Regularly doing one service. For example, every day I start chanting at 6 o'clock. Yes, every day you should schedule for that and you have to do it. Not that one day I chant 6 o'clock, one day 5 o'clock, one day 7 o'clock, one day 8 o'clock. No. Regulated. Regulated eating. Regulated sleeping. Everything, every activity should be regulated. See, at one day it is not possible. By practice, you can definitely succeed. Yeah. And now, Arjuna is questioning. Arjuna Vacha Yoyam Yogastvaya Prokta Samyena Madhusudana Etasyaham na pashyami Chanchala Vatsthitam Stiram. He's saying the character of the mind. Oh Madhusudana, the system of yoga which you have summarized appears impractical. It is not possible. We think to do it, no yoga. But Arjuna was such a great personality where he was able to aim the eye of the bird. No one among the Pandavas and Kauravas, they were able to do it. Was Arjuna. He's a great archer who was able to focus so much. That person is saying it is impractical, Krishna, and unendurable to me, for the mind is restless and unsteady. And once again he says, Chanchalavhi Manak Krishna. Pramati Balavadradam Asyaham Nigraham Manye Vayo Rivasu Dushkaram. Chanchalam Himana Krishna. This mind is chanchala, it is restless, it is turbulent, obstinate, and very strong. Nowhere I can control this. Oh Krishna, and to subdue it, I think, is more difficult than controlling the wind. Actually, Arjuna was capable of controlling the wind. Can we do that? No. But Arjuna was able to do that. But still he is claiming that I cannot control the mind. But nowadays we think, I can do meditate. I can control the mind. We have many meditation centers, sitting in a dark place, closing our eyes and doing something. We call that as meditation. As we call many gymnastics as yoga, many exercise as yoga. The same way, closing our eyes and sitting, we think that is meditation. No. Yama, niyama, hasana, pranayama, pratyara, dharana, dhyana. Dhyana is meditation. What is the position of dhyana meditation, You should be always already overcome your senses. That is meditation. Clear? Now here Arjuna is saying, no, Krishna, it is impossible, we cannot do. So what is the solution Krishna is saying? Let us see, before that, nature of a mind, it is flickering, rises doubts due to attachment, rationalizes attachments. And you think, no, this mind is so strong, even for the greatest of the great devotees fall prey to this. Even the greatest who is able to control. That's why till the end we need the association of devotees, and we should be always protected. Otherwise, even if you're elevated, even you are great, what I can say, a strong person in spirituality, even then you fall down. So once there was a great devotee by name Viplanarayana. So Viplanarayana was very strong, always dedicated in the Lord's service. He used to do the garlands for the Lord, and he was always offering it with love. He was doing the service, and he's already tasting the higher things. He's experiencing it. So for the least material thoughts, he was least bothered. So once what happened, there a prostitute came to that place. Her name is Devadevi, and her beauty was so that even Devatas were admired by her beauty. Devadevi, that was her name. So when she walks on the road, whoever is seeing her, they used to just forget all other things, and they might even, sometimes they'll fall unconscious and fall on the road. And they'll slip their legs and they'll fall, they'll miss their walking. What they're carrying, they'll drop it. That was her beauty. Oh, she's going with her friends. Everyone are going on the road, and this thing is happening. And Viplanarayana is coming right opposite to her. Right opposite to her, he has already went with the garland. He has garlanded the Lord. Very happily is coming back. He saw this Devadevi. He did not had any such kind of thoughts or such kind of things. He just smiled seeing her, and he just passed away. And all the friends of Devadevi, they're laughing. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, gone. Your beauty is lost now. You're not able to enchant others or trap others now. See this person? Your beauty has been reducing. Something in this way, they started insulting or something like that. Then she became very disturbed with it. She said she had a bet with them. You can see that this person will come behind me. I'll do that. And she removed all her, what I can say, jewelry, proper dress. All she dressed as a simple lady. Like she went to this ashram of Viplanarayana. Viplanarayana was alone serving, doing his services. She went and requested, my dear Brahmana or Sadhu, can you please help me? He said, Arey, my dear daughter, this is ashram. where only men can be, not women. Please, I cannot help you. So she requested me, called her as, my dear daughter, I cannot help you. Then finally with force, okay, then finally accepted, okay, can be somewhere here, you can do some service like plucking the tulsi or flowers or something. He gave some service. This went on for a few days. And once on a rainy day, this Viplanarayana tied this thing, made a garland. He went to this thing. In a rain, he came. It was a little tiresome. He came and he just lay down on the bed. Then she came and requested, see, I'm doing so much of service, but I'm not able to serve you. Please give some chance for me so that I can serve you. I can massage your feet. He said, no, I'm a servant. I'm a servant of my Lord. Why I need a servant? No, you serve the Lord. You're already serving better. That's sufficient. She said, no, no, no. They said in scriptures also, dasanu, dasanu, dasi. That means the devotee who's serving the Lord should be served. Please give me opportunity. This end of our life. Like this only Mayadevi comes to us. Please give one opportunity. Once we give, that will be end of our life. He gave, okay, fine, you're requesting so much. He gave a chance to massage the leg. Once some men body is given to a prostitute, what happens? So only our experience will come to know it. So the touch of them is so agitating, it disturbs us, and that is our fall down leg. And she started massaging in a different way. He was agitated lustily with the woman desires. And finally, she understood, oh, now his consciousness is turning towards material things. She went out, decorated herself beautifully with the jewels and dress, everything. And she came and stood in front of this. He was completely enchanted seeing her. Oh, who are you? She said, I am Devadevi. For so many days I was serving you here. He became so much entrapped in her beauty. Once he said, can I have an association? She said, no, I had a betting with my friends. So that one or the other day I'll make you in such way. Now I cannot give any association to you. Sorry, she says and go. And he's mad of her. He started going behind her. Devadevi, Devadevi. Rather than chanting the holy names of the Lord, now he is chanting the names of that Devadevi. She went to her house and she locked the door. And this person is sitting near the door and tapping the door and calling her names. On that day, it was a Pallaki day where the Lord is coming outside. He did not even go for the procession of the Lord. He was sitting in the doors of that Devadevi. And the procession was coming. The Lord saw this person, his devotee. And Lakshmi Devi requested the Lord, my dear Lord, see your devotee's situation. Why can't you help him? Then Lord smiled and he said, okay, why not? Then he just took the form of a small boy, young boy like. He went with the golden bowl, which is in the temple. He took that golden bowl. He went to the Devadevi. He went and said that I am Viplanarayana's servant. I'm giving this golden bowl. You allow my master, Viplanarayana, for your association. See, prostitute, who somebody is giving money or anything, they'll allow. That's it. Then once she got that golden bowl, okay, she opened the door and he was allowed inside. He was so happy. Devadevi has become compassion on me. Now she's allowing me to get in. Then meanwhile, what happened? This news spread all over and the king has said to this brahmanas or the pujaris, by evening, if you don't give this golden ball back, you will be arrested and be jailed. Now they went out to search. And Devadevi's friends know about this, so they had some connection with that pujaris. I think they revealed, yes, this Viplanarayan servant came and gave that. At once they went and complained to king, and the king sent the soldiers. So they came, arrested this Viplanarayana and Devadevi. Actually, Devadevi had a relation with the king also. So he said, okay, she is a prostitute, leave her. But this person, Viplanarayana, is a sinner who has, what I can say, stolen this golden bowl. Golden bowl? No, I don't know anything about this. No, then how will this shield give the association to you? You have stolen this golden ball from the temple and you are given to Devadevi. So he was arrested without any other examining or anything. He was arrested. He was in the jail. Then in the night, Lord himself came to the kings, and in the dream, I think, in the dream he'll come and say that it was not Viplanarayana, it was me. I went as a servant of Viplanarayana and gave this golden bowl. Please excuse him. At once hearing this, the king thought, what a great devotee this Vipranarayana. In the mid of the night he came. He asked excuse, forgiveness from this Vipranarayana, fell to his feet and he said, my dear Vipranarayana, I'm sorry. It was a mistake. It is not you. It was the Lord, the Supreme Lord. He just took the form of your servant to help you. He came with this word. And Vipranarayana result, what kind of a blunder I have done in my life. I made the Lord to enter this prostitute's house. What kind of a sinner am I? He was very much disturbed. At once he left everything. And once again, he went back to the Lord's service. So here, what I'm coming to say, however great you are, the mind makes you to get angry. So you shouldn't give such kind of opportunities to you. Many times today, many will have an excuse. Today it's a Sunday. You can take it off. This is how mind starts controlling us. Once you accept it, it is the same case as Vipranarayana will fall down. And Monday we may not have once again the practice to wake up or attend it. Once you stop something in your life, that is our fall down. Should be regular. Clear? Yes. Then obstinate and strong, clings on to attachment, cannot get thoughts out. Turbulent, breaks down all walls, does not ask permission. It takes us to any extent. What? A mind takes us to any extent. You can see this terrorist. They can go to any extent. You know, Ravana, Kumbhakarna, Hiranyakashipu. That way, mind can take us to any extent. Once we don't have good guidance, definitely we get degraded day after day. Now, Krishna is saying here, Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Asamshayam Mahabaho Mano Durnigraham Chalam Abhyasena tu Kaunteya Vairagyena cha Grihyate. Krishna is very practical. Lord Sri Krishna said, O mighty armed son of Kunti, it is undoubtedly very difficult to trap the restless mind. He is accepting, yes, Arjuna, what you said is absolutely truth. You cannot control the mind, but it is possible by suitable practice and by detachment. Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha grihyate. Practice. Practice is more important. Chanting is a practice. Offering every day to the Lord is a practice. Reading Bhagavad-Gita every day is a practice. How well you practice, so well you will be able to progress. You will be able to achieve. Clear? It is not instruction to Arjuna. Through Arjuna, it is to us. Clear? Yes. Formula to control our mind, practice, abhyasa. Do's. Following 9 processes of bhakti, especially hearing and chanting, that is chanting. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Satyam, Atmanivedanam, Navavidha Bhakti. Starting is from hearing and chanting. That's what we are doing, chanting. The first 2 processes of bhakti, if you are able to achieve that, then it goes on Smaranam, absorbed in the Lord. Then Padasevanam, serving the Lord's lotus feet. Achanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakyam Atmanivedanam. The final is something like Bali Maharaj. You'll have the complete knowledge what to do at what time. He completely surrendered to the Lord. Whole wealth was given to the Lord. Complete possession. And finally he thought the 3rd step how it has to be given to the Lord. Atmanivedanam. Yes, but now we have started. We have started this Hare Krishna chanting. That is hearing and chanting. We are doing it. And this makes us to progress in our life. And detachment, vairagyena, don'ts. That is detaching the mind from activities not devoted to Lord. Where something you cannot engage to Lord, such kind of activities to be restricted. I hope you all can understand what is it. Such kind of activities, something eating, which is not favorable to Krishna consciousness, then give up that. Some activities, some seeing, some doing, something which is not favorable, which is against spiritual, which is against devotion. Try to give up. One day it's not possible. In one day you cannot do everything. It's only a practice. Keep on practicing. Definitely you can succeed. See, even small hammer can break the big rock. How is that? Every day, just tapping on the same place, hitting on the same place. One day it breaks. Isn't it? Yes, we are very small. Our problem might be very much our huge is. But by regular practice, definitely we'll be able to succeed. Okay, success and failure. Now, Arjuna's next question is very compassionate towards his yogis. Having so much of difficulties in their life, as I was saying, 12 years you need to practice for sitting posture. So much of practice. If they don't succeed in their life, what is going to happen, Krishna? So he's asking, Prapya punye katam lokam ushitva shashwati samaha suchinam srimatam gehe yoga brashto vijayate. What happens to those yogis who could not become successful? That's the question. The unsuccessful yogi, after many, many years of enjoyment on the planets of the pious living entities, is born into a family of righteous people or into a family of rich aristocracy. Krishna is saying, my dear Arjuna, I'll take care of them. When they don't succeed in this Ashtanga Yoga, finally they'll fall down. Definitely they'll fall down. They cannot, the 8th chapter will come to know how to even give up the body also. Yogi does it. So if it is not possible, but they enjoy in pious planets for many years, then they'll take birth in some righteous family, some devotee's family. In a Brahminical family, they'll take birth. Or in some rich family, they'll take birth, so that they'll have a favorable condition for executing this devotional service. Don't think even then you can do. For example, there are so many rich people, are they doing devotional service? Krishna has given them the opportunity, but they are not doing it because of ignorance and because of bad associations. Even sometimes they are very great yogis, then they'll take birth in the Brahminical family in a devotee's house. Yes, because parents are in devotional service, there is opportunity for the child also continue from the young age. Sometimes with the atmosphere of this material world or bad association, even they might fall down. Now, how this Brahminical culture has been degraded, the same way. Don't think all the Brahmanas were like that. They were very high qualified, highly elevated. But their children, where they were associating with this material world, bad associations, they started degrading. And nowadays, we can find many Brahmanas who are eating non-veg. Yeah, we are non-veg Brahmanas, they say. What to do? It's getting degraded. The head is lost. The society is lost. When we don't have head, what happens? Yes, we should have a good head. We should promote Brahminical qualities. We should encourage Brahmanas and not Jati Brahmanas, not claiming themselves from Jati, that is birth. Oh, I'm a Brahmana from birth. No, they should have the qualities of Brahmanas. If they don't know, you can show this verse to them and teach them. This is how you should be. I can say the number also. 18.42 of Bhagavad-Gita. You can teach them. Even they can see, nobody is a bad person. Without knowing, they might engage in many ways. You can show them. This is Brahminical qualities. Once they get realized, no? Actually, if they are taken a good birth, they're definitely intelligent people. Without guidance, they might take wrong decisions. Like, once the guidance is good, then absolutely, once they understand, they'll start guiding the whole society. All the pujaris of the temples or something like that, they should have such kind of Bhagavad-Gita knowledge. Whoever comes to the temple, they should guide them. This is how our culture or our life can be protected. Sanatana Dharma can be protected. Yeah. Okay, yogi. Now Krishna is saying, who is best? Tapasvibhyo diko yogi jnanibhyo pimato adhikaha karmibhyascha yogi tasmad yogi bhavarjuna. A yogi is greater than the ascetic, greater than the empressed, and greater than the fruitive worker. Therefore, O Arjuna, in all circumstances, be a yogi. Get connected to the Lord. Yogi means, don't think once again this Ashtanga Yoga. Yogi is a person who is connecting to the Lord in all his activities. That is what we are practicing. Engaging each and every activity to please the Lord. Today we have started to offer milk and fruit. Next day, coming days, I'll say how to engage more and more in the Lord's service. All our activities can be engaged in the Lord's service. Only thing you need intelligence and guidance. That is sufficient. And you can see this picture, the chakras. This will be explained in the 8th chapter. I'll do it. So how this chakra, from the Kundalini chakra, you elevate ourselves to the Agna chakra. Okay. Now you can see the yoga ladder. All other yogas are progression towards the ultimate destination, Bhakti Yoga. You know this Karma Yoga? Engaging our activities and giving the results to the Lord. Jnana Yoga, reading all the scriptures and knowing what is it. Then Dhyana Yoga, today what we saw, the Ashtanga Yoga. And finally it is Bhakti Yoga. All this is to get engaged, absorbed in the Lord's service. So all the processes we saw in 3rd chapter or 5th chapter, the Vedic injunctions, how it takes us from anywhere we stand, the yoga ladder. This is called as the ladder. It takes us to high and high and high. And Bhakti Yoga is their destination, like ultimate last step of our ladder. From there, you can just reach towards Krishna. But now, the very beginning stage, we have started Bhakti Yoga. Definitely when we sincerely engage towards this, committed, sincerely, dedicatedly, absorbed into it. If we do it, even if you are not qualified for anything here, nowhere in any ladder we are, you'll start taking the ladder. Automatically start progressing towards the ultimate. This is very easy. The only thing we need is sincerity. Sincerely, regularly, scheduledly, just practice it. That's what Krishna is saying. Practice. And Krishna says, Eyatamam prapadyasatam satayavajam. How much you practice, so much you can succeed. Clear? And this is finally Krishna is saying it. Yoginam api sarvesha mad bhatenantaratmana shraddhavan bhajate yo mam same yukta tamo mataha. And of all yogis, the one with great faith always abides in me, thinks of me within himself, and renders transcendental loving service to me, is the most intimately united with me in yoga, and he is the highest of all. Krishna is saying this. Yogi means a person who is always absorbed in the Lord. Manmana bhavamad bhakto madhyajimam namaskuru. He is the very dear person to me. He is completely in the top consciousness. Yoginam api sarvesham is the topmost of all the yogis, who is madgatena antaratmana, engaged in my service, always absorbed in me. He is the greatest of all yogis. Yeah, that is what we are practicing now. Bhakti Yoga, chanting the holy names of the Lord and trying to engage ourselves in the Lord's service. Offer to the Lord, have a relationship with the Lord. He can be our father, he can be our son, he can be whatever the relation you want, he can be. He is Akila Rasamrita Murti. But I think I should have that rasas developed towards the Lord, the love towards the Lord. Clear? So in today we learned many things, that who is enemy and friend, that is our mind. In Ashtanga Yoga, the 8 processes. Then what happens to a person who is not successful? Then yogi, Krishna is saying finally, who is the topmost of all among the yogis? It is a devotee. It is a devotee, a bhakta. It's engaged in my service. Clear? Yes. So what is there for tomorrow? Actually, the 6 chapters, so Bhagavad-Gita is divided into 3. First portion of the 6th chapter is Karma Yoga. The last 6 chapters, from the 13th chapter to the 18th chapter, is Jnana Yoga. But the middle portion is Bhakti Yoga. Even Krishna has preserved this Bhakti in the middle. And this is very confidential knowledge. Tomorrow Krishna will say, Maya Saktena. Samaya. I forgot the verse. The very first verse. That Shunu, Krishna says, confidential knowledge I will reveal to you, Arjuna, because you are my friend. And through Arjuna, we are all getting revealed. We are able to understand how many things Krishna will reveal in the 7th chapter and the 9th. Most importantly is the 9th, which is the middle of this Bhagavad-Gita chapters. So 7th chapter is important and 9th chapter is also more important. Yeah, tomorrow we'll see that. Hearing, Krishna says once again, here, then everywhere, and essence, accept or reject, who accept the Lord or reject, and finally the Devatas. Who are Devatas? Who is the Supreme Lord we are coming to know, but who are Devatas? In your tomorrow and 9th chapter, we'll be understanding more about this. Now there's a quiz link, so I request everyone to attend to that. Now let us chant once Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Shunvatam Suhara Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana Hrudayantastavadrani Vidunoti Suhritsatam. Now here Krishna is saying this. What is that? Shunvatam Swakata Krishna. When we start hearing, I think Sukadeva Goswami is saying, when we are hearing
Krishna, the personality of Godhead, who is the Paramatma, super soul in everyone.
Still, okay, thank you. So, Sri Krishna, the personality of Godhead, who is the Paramatma super soul in everyone's heart and the benefactor of the truthful devotee, cleanses desire for material enjoyment from the heart of the devotee. Dhyayato Vishayan Pumsa Sangayate Kama, the Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Madamat Service, the Kama, which is the desires, which is the real enemy, the culprit, which all we saw for so many days. This is what it's. When we start hearing the Krishna Katha in our life, what happens? It gets cleansed. The heart gets cleansed. Clear? A devotee who has developed the urge to hear this message. Every day hearing Bhagavad-Gita, reading Bhagavad-Gita makes us to remove the contaminations of our heart, which are in themselves virtuous when properly heard and chanted. That itself is sufficient to elevate us to the spiritual world. Just chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra itself is sufficient for us. And especially for this Kali Yuga, it is Yuga Dharma also. No other process. There is no other alternative. Okay. I hope you are all very intelligent people. So you take up very seriously this spiritual or a devotional life. Execute in your life. Practice. Krishna is saying practice. Sincerely practice. Have a devotee association. Definitely you'll be able to succeed. Okay. Yes, thank you. And this is our Lakshmi Narasimhadev, Gandhari Giridhara, ISKCON H. Now, do you have any questions? You can raise your hands. Meanwhile, any announcements will be here from Chandrasekhar Prabhu. And one more announcement is, this is Prabhu's house. So I'd like to thank Chandrasekhar Prabhu for giving an opportunity to have the class here. We had a program yesterday, and actually I was supposed to go, but I thought let me be here and do Mangalarti and complete the session also from here. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you for a detailed explanation as well. Yeah, there is one question from yesterday's feedback room. I'll ask
Yes.
that. Anything and everything we do is because of Krishna, though we desire it ourselves. The intelligence or the foolishness to desire the non-virtuous thing is also given by Krishna. Then why does Krishna not stop the people from desiring non-virtuous things? This is from Vaishnavi Mataji. She is in the call.
Okay. Do we think that Lord is not stopping us? He is stopping us. He has given Bhagavad-Gita to us. But it is our ignorance and our mistake that we are not reading it or following it. Simple thing, I'd say. Understand it better. So now you're going in a vehicle. There is no entry. On road, you enter into it. No entry road, you enter. And the police will hold you. You'll say that you are coming in a no entry road. So please pay the fine. You will say that I have not seen the board. I do not know. The very first time I'm coming. Please excuse me. Will he excuse you? Say, no, you already committed a mistake. You pay the fine, you will understand. So next time you don't come in this road. I hope you understood. The same way Krishna has given the Bhagavad Gita to us. And he is helping us to fulfill the desires that we have. I want to be a murderer. He helps you. He helps you in that, to fulfill your desire. You want to become a great devotee? You want to become a great personality? Yes, he will help you. You want to become a great engineer? He will help you. But he has given a Bhagavad-Gita to you. This is a manual to the humanity or a human life, how to engage ourselves. And it is our duty. And you cannot say to the police officer there, oh, I don't know the laws, and there is a red light you cross. Oh, is it red light? You have to stop. I did not know that. You cannot ask for an excuse, He says that being a person, a citizen, it's your responsibility to know that, to know the state laws. The same it is our responsibility as a human being to know the nature laws, or else the instruction or the Lord's laws is given through this Bhagavad-Gita. We should understand what is life and execute accordingly. Here. So Krishna is helping us. Krishna is guiding us. Only thing, whenever we have results against him, but even he is also feeling bad for it. But still, see, sometimes our kid is doing a mistake. We also feel bad. Arey is committing such a bad thing. But still, sometimes we allow him to do, so that next time he will not do. For example, a child is keeping his finger in the fire. The mother will try to hold him. Arey Baba, you don't keep it, it'll burn you. And the child will not, no, I want to keep. Then she'll think, okay, it's a small fire. Let him experience. So that in the future, he may not experience a bigger fire. Will not enter a bigger fire. So that let him experience. Then he'll keep the fire, it'll burn. He'll start crying. Next time, he'll not go towards the fire. Clear? So mother is also allowing. The same way, Krishna sometimes he allows. Let him get punished by his sinful acts. Then he'll go to the hell, and many will have another question also. Prabhu, we don't remember the hellish things now. So then how next time also he'll commit the same mistakes? No, you remember. Remember in the sense, not the incidents, but you remember the experience. For example, now somebody, I light a fire and ask you to keep your finger. Will you do that? It will burn me, you will not do. Do you remember when it burnt you? No. Because when we were very childish, then we kept our finger in the fire and we have burnt. So we know that it is burning. But when it happened, we don't know. But we have that experience and the knowledge also that I shouldn't keep my finger into the fire so that it will burn. Yeah, the same way, when we are punished in the hellish, these things all, we have that experience. So sometimes, many times internally it will be saying, it is wrong thing you don't do. It is punishable, but still sometimes, even knowing we'll do that, that is the greatest ignorant person. Something like a thief. He knows very well, any of the police will catch and he'll punish. He might be jailed for once or twice also, but still once he will come and he will do the same thing. Isn't it? Because his vasanas, it is not allowing. The same thing with us also. Even sometimes we are punished and still we commit the same mistakes. But a person who is very intelligent, he definitely comes out. I said, no, people who are here, if you are intelligent, you start taking this devotional service seriously and you just start performing it. And if you're not intelligent enough area, something, life is going on, let it go anyhow. Actually, that is animal life, Please don't mistake it. That's animal life. However I can live, that's animal life. Living a principled life and a scheduled life is human life. So this is our choice, how I want to live. Okay. Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Any other question?
No, Prabhuji, no other questions. If any audience has, devotees have questions.
Any questions, you can raise your hand. Or else
can ask for a chanting, Prabhu, if anyone is interested to do chanting.
Yes. Tomorrow, if somebody is willing to chant, you can raise your hand. I need everyone to come forward. Okay, Hema Mataji.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'll do it, Prabhu.
Yes. Okay, Chandrasekhar Prabhu.
And Prabhuji, we can also announce whenever we are gathering offline like this.
Whoever is near Electronic City can come directly here. You can take a number, my number or Chandrasekhar Prabhu's number. You can contact us. Next Saturday also there will be a program. You can come here. Okay. Yes, Prabhu. Okay. Thank you. I thank each and every devotee who have participated in today's session. I gathered here. Let us chant once Hare Krishna Mahamantra and wind up. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Thank you. So I'll give the option to unmute yourself. You can unmute and say once Hare Krishna and leave.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Santosh Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Atul Chand Prabhu, Hema Mataji, Manjana Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Kailash Prabhu, Kishan Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Vidya Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Mataji, Hare Krishna. Prithviraj Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Ramesh Prabhu, Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Sridhar Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Sanjay Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Sridhar Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Mamata Mataji, Hare Krishna. Okay. Thank you to all. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Prabhu, Hare Krishna. You can.
Hare Krishna, Guru. Hare Krishna, Manjunath Prabhu, Hare Krishna to all. Thank you all for joining the session. We'll continue with chapter 7 tomorrow.
And there are some devotees here.
Hare Krishna.
Mahesh Prabhu and Raj Prabhu and here Kavita. Yes. Hare Krishna to all.